1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, this shit is crazy, man. I had to reboot my whole damn computer. RaBorn sent me something, a virus or something. What the fuck? Excuse me. All right, Yarah is here. 1 2. Can you hear me, Yarah?
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay, beautiful, man. Damn. I had to reboot my whole computer, man.
Man, yeah, I had to do that earlier.
Yeah. Oh, you got the link, RaBorn. I sent the link. I had to reboot the whole damn computer.
Oh, wow.
You must have sent me something coming through or something, man.
Nah, I ain't send you anything. All right, let me go look at it again.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it.
All right.
I still got his time saved. He got 2 minutes. I remember. Let me see. Let me get this thing right. 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Yep. 2 minutes and 18 seconds. This would just be a continuation. Come on in, RaBorn. Let's get this thing going. Knocking off the momentum of this shit, man. Bond Dog is funny. Damn it, the Russians. Come on, RaBorn, let's go. All right, RaBorn. It's on you. You got 2 minutes and 18 seconds left.
All right.
Are you ready, brother?
Yeah, I'm about to share my screen. Share screen. Let's go to window. All righty.
All right, I see your screen. Are you ready?
Hold on.
2 minutes and 18 seconds left.
Boom, boom. I'm just gonna put an entire screen because this shit is nuts. All right. Let's go to inbox. Which one is this? This one. All right.
All right, I see it.
All right, so we good. So
time resumes. We starting.
All right. So the brother failed to show us the establishment of Black Hebrew Israelite doctrine in America. He then goes to talk about Africa. I don't know why he's talking about Africa. None of them hold those 11 tenets where you're mixing new age science with this. None of them is teaching any of that. You have no records of it. You didn't show it. It's not here. I don't know why you brought that up. But in any event, we want to look at, this is a presentation I did the first Africans to come to the Americas. So we want to look at something real quick here. So we're gonna just nip this in the bud real quick. Just go down here. All right. So this is a primary from the Portuguese. It says agreement. It says the agreement prohibited the residence in the colony of individuals banished from the Spanish kingdoms and those who have been Jews or Moors reconciled. Not allowed here. 1501. Go down further here. When you look at the Americas, this is the first revolt that happens 1521, 1522, right? And they talk about it. It says an uprising that started by the blacks. Colin Sugar Estate, his black slaves, and not by all, had but by about 20 of them, and most of them the language of the Wolofs. Wolofs, yeah, not Hebrews. So I only brought this up to just say that one actual point there because it makes no sense. And then I tell people get 1619 out of your mind, 1526, and they called them Negroes. That first revolt that happened here on that coast of Florida, they're not called Jews. They're not called any of that. They're not called these things. So, that was all off topic. I'm only responding to his all over the place, sub-Saharan Africa and all these other different places. The goal here was to show one specific thing, and let's go back here again to show one specific thing, and he didn't do it. And that goes. Hold up. I'm almost done here. Hold up. I just need 30 seconds. If the spinning death doesn't stop, then you can just go ahead because we have some technical issues here. The goal here was to prove this is wrong. Your goal here is to show that this black theology, the belief or set of beliefs, especially political or religious ones that are taught and accepted by a particular group, you must show that. And this right here is it. Here's my 12 points. Magic, millennialism, Freemasonry. I showed all of these things. 70 AD. And I showed you the environment. He hasn't done that. He showed you people who identify with the book who are going to church. They have no organization teaching this theology at all. With that, I'm done.
All right. My brother, Elder Yarah, is on you. You got 10 minutes. The time will start when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen. Again, the brother keeps saying why I didn't show any origins or tenets of Black Hebrew Islam beginning in the Americas. That's because it never happened. You can't show something that didn't exist, brother. Those things, the reason why they began in Africa. Let me ask you something, RaBorn.
You ready? Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
All right, time will start, brother.
Yeah, you can start. This is a rhetorical question, brother. Let me ask you something.
You know you're not sharing your screen yet.
Yeah, I got it. I'm going to share it in a second.
Right.
Let me share it now. All of those things, those 11 or 12 tenets you brought up, that all those things, these people that you say started these 12 tenets, did they get them from the Bible, sir? Did they get them from the Hebrew Bible, sir? Did they get them from the Torah, sir? If they got these things from the Bible, the Torah, the Tanakh, then they didn't create it. They are not the originators of it. Do you understand that? The title is the debate of this debate is the beginnings, the origin of the Black Hebrew Israelite theology began in America. No, every tenet you put on screen, down to the feet washing, came from the Bible, came from the Torah. You can't give them credit for something they never did, for something they didn't do. They didn't create it, RaBorn. Just because they practice it doesn't mean that they created it. And that's all you proved, is that they practice Israelite rituals. That's all you proved. How can you date something 1,000 years before these people's time and give them credit for it? That's called plagiarism, RaBorn, and that's what you're doing. But let me share my screen. You said something about the Wolof speaking people. You said these are not Hebrews, are not connected to Hebrews. You said something of that nature, right? In Senegalese Bush, the B'nai Israel tribes claim Jewish heritage. Why are you saying the Wolof people? Are these not the Wolof speaking people? Why are you saying they have no connection to them, bro? Let's hear what they say. The tree is holy ground, says Khadijah, president of the remote settlement of 4,000 souls. Our Jewish ancestor, Jacob, planted it when his people first settled here 1,000 years ago. That's his history. The lush kapar tree towers over the parched shrubbery at the edge of dusty community in eastern Senegal near the border with Mali. The residents, all Muslims, are members of a tribe whose name means sons of Israel. And they trace their lineage of two clans, the Sila and the Drame. They say they are descended from Egyptian Jews. We are all practicing Muslims and we don't want to become Jewish. Frederick says, in fact, we don't like to talk too much about our Jewish background, but we don't hide it either. We know our people came from Egypt to Somalia and from there to Nigeria, and we split 1,000 years ago. One branch of the two families went to Mali and the other to Guinea, and we settled there. Do you understand that? So this is what we're saying, brother. Like, you didn't prove, it didn't show the fact that these things originated in the Americas simply because they practiced them. And just because these people claim to be America, these slaves said they're Africans. I'm sorry, that they're Africans. What tribe of Africans did they say? So a lot of what you're saying is only conjecture. Let me show you something else. The Lost Tribes, a myth suggestion towards rewriting Hebrew history, January 1, 1930. Let me read to you what it says. It says, Israelites among American Negroes. Dr. Alan H. Godby postulates the position that Black Jews were on the west coast and African coast from Senegal to Angola, and the Central Sudan, by Muslim propagandism, having a knowledge of the Black Jews in the United States. Let me put that down. Godby arrived at this conclusion. These facts have peculiar significance when the presence of Judaism among American Negroes is to be considered. So they had an understanding of Judaism, of Negroes, Negro slaves in America practicing Judaism that weren't converts. He didn't call them converts. Hundreds of thousands of slaves were brought to the Americas from Western Africa during the days of the traffic. The transatlantic slave trade is what he's talking about. Beginning nearly 400 years ago, how much more of Judaism survived among West African Negroes in that earlier time? It says, as persecuted communities, they were rather more in danger than in other Negroes of being raided by war parties and sold as slaves. It may be considered certain that many partially Judaized Negroes were among the slaves brought to America from the book, The Lost Tribes of Myth. So your whole premise is dead when you talk about whether or not these people were in the Americas, whether or not they were practicing Judaism. If they weren't practicing Judaism or even speaking the language, then why would even George Washington call some of his Black slaves Jews? You're arguing over the tenets that someone didn't create. I'm addressing everything you said. William Crowdy got everything that you say he practiced or came up with. He got it from the Bible, from the Torah that existed well before his time. So how can he be the originator of it? That's just like me going out and saying, I'm the great MC. 1, 2, 3. I can say it, But that doesn't make me the originator of it, does it, Sarnetta? And that's all RaBorn showed tonight. Is those 12 tenets and practices, feet washing. That's in the Torah, that's in the New Testament. Everything he showed in those 12 tenets came from the Bible, well before William Crowdy existed. Well before that. So your argument on all points is moot. That's all the legs your table stood on. He's looking for people in the Americas to call themselves Israelites or call themselves Benjamites. Or he's looking for people at during pre-colonial times to come in and build them a specific synagogue. We have evidences of people who were writing in a mesh of Arabic and Hebrew writing written on church pews in Savannah, Georgia during the time of slavery. So we know that people were practicing, they're still practicing their culture. So all of these things that you're postulating, they fail on the simple fact that you claim these guys, Frank Cherry, William Crowdy, and Christian created. They were the first to do it in the Americas. That's false. That's false. Everything else you said tonight is gish gallop. It means nothing. It has
2 minutes
to do with the topic of this debate. And the topic of this debate was, did they create it? Did the origins begin in the United States? And the answer is no. That's why I brought up Ethiopianism. That's why I brought up Africa, because you see those things happening in those areas before they get to the United States. And how we know they got to the United States is through the African slave, the transatlantic slave trade. How else would George Washington know that these people were Jews? How else will God know that these people were practicing Judaism in America? How else would he know that? A lot of gish gallop and no substantiating information. I addressed every point you had. The very fact that it didn't originate there, that those tenets originated in the Bible thousands of years before Crowdy existed, thousands of years before Black Hebrew Israelite movement in quote unquote in the Americas, which doesn't exist anyway. There's no such thing. So anything before that happened, like, you can't ascribe the beginnings. You can't give them credit for something that they didn't create. That's it. That you can't do it anywhere. Simply saying, oh, because they practice it here, they must be the first ones to have done it. We already showed you that's not the case. We already showed you that's not the case. So again, his whole
All right, you can take an extra 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, so his whole premise is faulty to the degree, again, when we start talking about whether or not that that William Crowdy, because this is what he's basing his whole argument on, whether or not he actually found it. What is the definition of origin? What is the definition of origin? It's the point or place where something begins, arises, or is derived. None of what William Crowdy taught, if you want to talk about magic, there's no magic that began in the United States. All of that stuff was imported. This is a mixed culture of people. Nothing began here.
All right, RaBorn, come on in the room. Enter the room, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Okay, you have
I just have a couple questions.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You have a question to bring to Elder Yarah. Yarah, you have to answer the question, and RaBorn, you have to allow him a minute to answer the question without interruption. So if you ask him a question, He has a minute. Did I do the minute or 2 minutes before? I did a minute. Do y'all
Yeah,
remember,
minute.
family? Remember when I was doing that?
It was
Did
a
I do
minute.
2 minutes or a minute?
It was a minute.
Okay, you got a minute to answer him, Yarah, without no interruptions, RaBorn, and vice versa with Elder Yarah. So, RaBorn, it's on you. The time will start when you finish your question.
All right, brother. You keep saying that the founders of the Black Doctrine, the codified doctrine that I showed, got it from some ancient Bible thing. My question is, where did Frank Cherry, William Christian, and Saudi Crowdy say they found out that they were Israelites and black people are Israelites? Where did they say they got it from?
You understand, Yarah?
Yes, they said they got it from Yarah.
Time start.
They said they got it from God.
So they got a revelation from God.
Yes.
Okay, so that's clear that starts with those three people, because God came to talk to them and told them that we are the Black Hebrew Israelites to make this new doctrine. So that's cool. Second,
do I get a chance to respond?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they got it from God, but they got it from the God of the Bible, which they would have no knowledge of had they not read the Bible or Torah. They didn't say they came up with the concept of the revelation of God. The only way that they would have ascribed these things and be able to understand these things is if they had knowledge of the Torah, the Bible, or the Tanakh. This is where they garnered these things from. Every theme you see, every sermon they preach comes along with a scripture reference that they gave every time. That's the only way that people would have even followed them or even considered them to be a prophet. They call themselves prophets. That is how it happened in the scripture. That is where they took those tenets from. They didn't create God. They didn't create an understanding of the Bible. That's my time.
Okay, RaBorn. Elder Yarah, it's your chance to ask RaBorn a question. RaBorn, you got a minute to answer it without interruption. Go ahead, Yarah.
Yeah. RaBorn, do you postulate that there were no Black Jews in the Americas during the time of slavery?
No.
So you agree that there were Black Jews in the Americas during the time of slavery?
I showed them when I was talking. Yes.
Okay. So if you showed them while you were talking, you agree that they were here in the United States during the time of slavery, Black Jews. Do you have any evidence at all that they weren't practicing Judaism in any form?
You got a minute to answer, RaBorn. It's on you.
What I showed was those Black Jews were slaves to Jewish masters, and they were practicing Judaism.
So if they were they Black Jews?
Yes, they were slaves to Jewish people.
What time did this happen? What time were these Black
This was
Jews?
in
you got to give them a minute. Let them answer it, Yarah.
Okay.
That's in the 1800s, brother. I put the slides up. I gave you.
You said what time period was that?
In the 1800s. They were slaves to Jewish people, and they were practicing the faith.
Was that before William Crowdy?
Was that before William Crowdy? One of them, I believe, was. Yes. Yes.
So then how are you attributing those practices of Black Judaism to William Crowdy if he wasn't the first to do it?
Because they were going to the European synagogue and not teaching that Black people are the Israelites. They were practicing the faith of Judaism that they learned from their master.
Okay. So does in 1800, when Gabriel Prosser claims to be an Israelite, did he get that from a white synagogue?
He got it from the Bible.
And he got it from the Bible.
Right. And then you go back to who gave it.
When was the Bible written, sir?
Where?
When?
I don't know. I don't have a date for when the Bible was written. I know that.
Give me one.
I know that Black people in America who got this term of their Bible or their scriptures came from the masters. That's how you got it. You were not allowed to practice your faith. You were not allowed to practice. There's no voodoo church. There's no Yoruba church. So they were reading, and he took that and used it to do what he wanted to do, like many did, like Harriet Tubman called herself Moses, and how we called wherever we went the promised land. That was us internalizing. That's not a problem.
Okay.
All right,
So if
time.
they weren't, one more question. If
Go
they
ahead.
weren't allowed to practice their faith, as you just said, how can you show and prove that they weren't allowed to practice Judaism? Jews coming from the west coast of Africa.
The Jews that I showed, the black people were allowed.
I didn't ask you about the ones you showed. I'm saying black Jews that we know, because there are more black Jews than the ones you just showed.
I mean, that was your time to show them, and you didn't. So
what you mean that was my time to show them? I asked you directly. I'm not talking about what I showed and what you showed.
Okay. Do you want?
You said that there were black Jews and that were on the west coast of Africa.
No, I didn't say anything about no, brother. Listen very closely to what I'm saying. I showed the common denominator is those people who practice Judaism, not that mixed Christianity that I showed you with his black Hebrew Israelite theology. Judaism, they learned it from their master, and they were able, and you have one that was able to actually go in that synagogue. And that's just in North America on the United
States. When I just showed you the source of Alan Gabi stating that I showed you that there were black Jews taken from the west coast of Africa and being called Jews in the Americas during the time of slavery, what's your pushback on that? Because he doesn't agree with what you just stated.
Brother, the name of this debate was to show the black people teaching said doctrine. You gave me something that is speculation and hypothesis. You were the one that was supposed to show us these black people in America, because the times you're showing, like 1808 with the Ethiopians coming over here to make the Abyssinian church that worked with the brothers over there, they were making their own things. There was nothing stopping them from making any Jew or whatever.
You just said white slave masters wouldn't allow them to practice it. So how now you double talking?
No, brother. I said they didn't allow.
The title, first of all, the title of this debate.
Don't I have a minute?
Time.
The title of this debate.
Do I have a minute?
Hold on. Let him answer the question, Yarah. He got a minute to answer.
Okay, he got a minute. Okay.
Go ahead.
Brother, those people were converted. And there was an individual that I pulled up that he was allowed to go there. All of the other people that had those specific faiths that I showed, all those people, they learned it from their master. The name of the debate is Black Hebrew Doctrine. That doctrine is Pentecostal holiness Christianity mixed with Judaism, not that pure Judaism. I'm done now. Is it time for my next question?
All right. RaBorn, it is your turn to ask Yarah a question. He got a minute to answer.
Can you give us people before the people that I showed that had a codified doctrine teaching it?
What?
I didn't get that either, brother.
Can you give us people who are teaching that we are the Black Hebrew Israelites, that we came over here 70 AD, and all of the aspects that make these things up prior to those people that I showed? Codified doctrine.
Yeah. There's no one people that codified that. What you're saying codified it, you're saying tenets. What you're saying is, all you're saying is that these people took from here and took from there. They didn't create any of that, RaBorn. They took from this and they took from that. That's not creating it.
Let him answer, RaBorn. He got a minute. He got a minute.
Go ahead, my bad.
Hold on, RaBorn. They didn't create feet washing. They didn't create prophecy. They didn't create that they were children of Israel. They didn't create that they were Black Jews. I showed you all of that. All of that stuff was being done in Ethiopianism well before William Crowdy began, and it was codified. Let me show you that if I got time. Let me show you Ethiopianism.
You got 16 seconds.
Let me see if I can get it real quick. I might not can do it in time.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
again,
could open up the phone, man. Because
Okay,
this is like
here
going in
we're
a
gonna
circle.
do. All right, we are at this stage now. We're gonna open up the phone lines. I just want y'all to ask your question, and the same thing. You got a minute to answer the question, y'all. Ask the brothers your question. Show some love to Sarnetta's chat. Hey, I want to thank you, my brother Jay Quill. Shout out to Jay Quill. If y'all don't know who Jay Quill is, man, go subscribe to that brother. He puts a lot of good work.
Everybody hit the Cash App or we ending the live.
Yes, let's go. Stop playing. I wish you would have said that at the beginning.
My bad, bro. My bad.
Yeah.
I was focusing on what he was saying.
All right. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Black Jesus Minister.
What's going on, Black Jesus? Remember, ask the question, brother.
Oh my God, this debate was over, and Brother Yarah, another masterful win. But Brother RaBorn, don't you agree that you just killed yourself there, brother, when you brought up the Wolof Jews?
What is your question, bro?
I'm getting my question, brother. Just listen. Do you agree that you killed yourself there, brother, when you mentioned the Wolof Africans, and all you did to trickify the people was to call them Africans, and then when Yarah brought up that they were Jews, brother, don't you think you just killed yourself and you lost this debate, dear brother, by bringing up the Wolof Africans who were Jews and agreeing with Yarah that other Jewish West Coast Africans came here to the Americas, brother? Did you lose this debate based on that?
The name of the debate is The Origin of the Black Hebrew Doctrine, and no, I showed that. What he's talking about is completely off topic. Next question.
All right, that question goes to Yarah too.
Absolutely. Him saying that the Wolof speaking Senegalese people were not Jews, they've had an established history, their own history, and it's mighty funny when it comes to us as Christians and Hebrews, when we're teaching, bringing this information, that when we say we have record of what these people are saying, they completely dismiss it. But then when they bring something out and say, well, you guys are completely dismissing their oral traditions and histories. Well, you can't dismiss their oral traditions and histories, RaBorn. These people say that they are Jews, accept it, not by conversion, that they are Jews. People of Africa can't be dumb and stupid when you feel like it, when it fits your confirmation bias. They know who they are. They say we choose to be practicing Muslims. We know who our ancestors are. Respect that. You don't respect Africa. You really don't.
All right, moving on. Next question. All right, let's get it in, y'all. Let's get these callers in. This is the time to call in right now, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all can say something. RaBorn, you want to say something to that?
Nah, man. I'm not here to argue about.
All right.
I can't argue with that. That's a fact.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
All right. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is always Class Media calling from New York City.
All right. What's your question, brother?
Well, first of all, great debate tonight. My question is, are there any birth records of these individuals that list their religion? Practice?
Go ahead. Anybody want to answer that?
I'll take that. I showed in this presentation in my slide where George Washington clearly separated his Jews by race, Asiatics, Africans, and by Muslim and by Arabic. And so he clearly talks about his workforce or his Jewish slaves as being Jews. And that's how he saw his people. So it would behoove us, and it would be less than intellectually dishonest to say that he wouldn't have seen the children born to his Jewish slaves as Jews. Now, in slavery times, that's always muddy waters. We know they always change the ages. We really can't count on a lot of that stuff, especially when it comes to age. But we do have people who were born and clearly George Washington himself in the 1700s, 1784, clearly says, I have Jewish slaves.
All right. RaBorn, you want to respond?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the call.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right. Peace and Black Power. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Saul? This is Queen Chris Harris.
Uh-oh.
All right. What's going on, Chris?
What's going on? Hey, real quick, I want to ask Yarah a question. I know he mentioned the Wolof people, and in fact, he said that they were Jews. My question will be to him. I got two questions for him, and I just want to see if he can answer these, and maybe he can enlighten me on something here. Can he show me an original Hebrew Torah that the Wolof people used, 14th century CE? Okay, so they don't have one.
They use the oral tradition.
Okay, can you show me them worshiping Yahweh? Hold on, I'm not done. Can you show me them worshiping Yahweh in their temple?
In their temple?
Yeah, do they have a temple?
Yeah, a temple does not actually make it. That question is no, not a temple in synagogue, because they were not Masonaries. They didn't use that particular practice. You can study their culture right now. They're not Masonaries. But huts and tribal tents and different things like that, we can see where they have a concept of the holies of holies. We can actually talk about that. They call themselves the children of Israel, although they practice Arabic and Muslim traditions, which is what I showed in this presentation. So no, you wouldn't see evidence of that, but they clearly said, as I just stated before, their oral tradition is that they are descendants of Jews from Egypt. So I can give you the source.
Okay, cool. Now you just mentioned the fact that that you have stated, you said that we rely on their oral tradition, and you said their oral tradition consists of what?
Their oral traditions, excuse me?
You said their oral traditions, they have an oral tradition. Yes. What is the Wolof oral tradition? The things that you're just throwing that around.
No, they're all. I read it. I show it in here. I'll show it again. Let me see if I can pull up and share my screen so you can read it. I don't mind doing that for you.
No, I would need you to show me. I would, in order for me to trust you on your source, I would need you to give me a primary, not an Arab or somebody else saying that they're Jews.
No.
I need you to show me themselves calling them that.
No, I'm telling you exactly what the people are saying themselves. And this is, I just said this to
somebody. Is this source going to show that?
Hold on, I'm gonna give you. I'll give it to you, and you can hold on. You can do what you will with it. Hold on. Let me share my screen, Sonetta, really quickly, just to answer his question. He can do with it what he will. He can dig into it.
Screen is sharing.
Yeah, but this is the source that I read from. Right. The Jewish Telegraphic Agency, and they quote from the Senegalese themselves, and this is what they say. It says,
wait a minute, you're reading a quote, right? Is that what you're telling me? You're reading a quote?
What they're saying, what the Senegalese people are saying. Right?
Okay, but you said you read a quote from the what's the name of the source right here?
People are quoting, yes. They're saying our Jewish ancestor, Jacob, planted it when his people first settled here 1,000 years ago. It's also,
I can't see your source.
It says shrubbery at the edge of B'nai Israel, a dusty community in eastern Senegal near the border with Mali. The residents, all Muslims, are members of a tribe whose name means sons of Israel, and that they trace their lineage to two clans, Sila and Drameh. They say they are descended from Egyptian Jews. If you're watching the screen, you can go back and you can fact check it. It's from the Jewish Telegraphic Agency. Go back and read what they're saying. I can provide you for some more sources at a later date. We can go into it. I have more in my presentation.
Wait a minute, Yarah. Wait a minute, real quick, Yarah. I asked you for a primary, and you gave me the Jewish Telegraphic Agency. This is somebody else speaking on.
Again,
hold up, Yarah, hold on. Let him ask the question.
Okay, I didn't hear him.
Okay, I asked you for a primary, and you gave me a Jewish telegraphic agency. The thing, and I'm gonna let you go because I don't want to browbeat you. All right, make it seem like I'm browbeating you here.
Well, you can't
but the thing that always feels me.
Are you saying what these people?
Hold on, Elder Yarah. You got to let him finish.
No, wait.
He's trying to ask the question so you can understand.
I heard his question. Is he saying that?
No, I'm not finished answering. I have to finish this.
Are you saying?
Let me answer my question.
Hold on. Are you?
I have to ask my question.
Listen, are you postulating?
I would like to answer my question.
When I'm going to answer it now.
All right, hold on, Chris. Let him ask it, then you can ask him when he finishes.
Are you saying that what these people are postulating, that they're claiming to be from the sons of Israel, are you saying that information that their oral tradition?
All right, now, Yarah, hold on. He's asking the question, Yarah.
Yeah,
that's what this is. This is the call in. No, you asked him a question just now. He's asking the question.
Is he saying that they're?
I'm going to get this off.
Okay, there you go. Go ahead, Chris.
All right, cool. Now I pulled the same site that you went to, and it's called the Jewish Telegraphic Agency. You are correct. It's state 1917, and it says in Senegalese bush. Benai Israel tribe claims Jewish heritage. I want to read this for a minute. It says, Benai Israel in Senegal. It says, he will welcome you into his earthen home, introduce you to his 3 wives, and let you sample their cooking. But Duagutigo Fadiga does not want foreigners to come near the sacred tree of his village deep in the Senegalese bush. The tree is holy ground, says Sadiga, all right, president of this remote settlement of 4,000 souls. Our Jewish ancestor Jacob planted it when his people first settled there 1,000 years ago. Hard to believe. But this is what I want to read to you here. It says, the lush cat-pop tree towers over the park shrubbery at the age of Benai Israel, a dusty community in eastern Senegal near the border of Mali. But the residents, all Muslims, are members of a tribe whose name means sons of Israel, and they trace their lineage to two clans. All right, so the thing I always find funny about these oral traditions is they never say if they were Judah, Levi, Dan, Naphtali. They always say Jewish. But the thing that we can go through history and see is that some Spanish Jews went through Africa creating colonies for trade, setting up centers for trade, also trading slaves. Now, when they would do that, they would take the African woman, have sex with them, and have children. This is in the book by Edith Bruder. This is what's said by Tudor Prophet. And this is as early as the 14th century CE. So if you got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, you got 400 years of Africans, no Torah, HOK family, no Torah, no Yahweh worship, nowhere. But you got 400 years of them claiming to be Jews. This is how an oral tradition can develop amongst a group of Africans.
All right, you got to ask your question now.
He asked his question already.
So, all right, so if we can't find, if we can't find these traditions, if we can't find, if we can't,
in that same article you just read, in that same article you just read, does it not say they came from Egyptian Jews? Yes or no?
Yeah, and right after it says right here, let me read it to you.
Hold on.
I'm going to read it to you what they said.
Hold on, Chris. If it says
hold on, I'm going to read it to you.
Are they saying they came from a direct lineage, not conversos, but Egyptian Jews? Were not the Elephantine
Jews. Okay, so what is an Egyptian Jew?
Were not the Elephantine Jews? Are you saying
what the Elephantine Jew?
Because I'll pull you up a primary.
What is an Egyptian Jew?
Right now. I'll show you a primary.
What is an Egyptian Jew?
Where were the Elephantine Jews?
One more time. What is an Egyptian Jew, sir? I'm asking you a question. What is an Egyptian Jew? Okay, I'm gonna ask you again. What is an Egyptian Jew? Which tribe are they from?
We gotta move forward. We gotta move forward, brother. We gotta move forward.
Let me say this.
He's dead. That's what he's yelling.
Let me say this. The Elephantine Jews were Egyptians.
Were placed there by the Persians.
When they
were placed there by the Persians.
When they migrated out of Israel, he knows this. The Elephantine Jews migrated into Egypt during the time of Darius the First.
All right, Chris, we got to move on. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Darius the First allowed them to build a temple in Egypt. Chris Harris knows this about the Elephantine Jews, and they were considered Egyptian Jews. We know that the first group of Egyptian Jews were from Alexandria in Egypt, Chris Harris. These people are saying they are direct lineage from those people, not conversos, not anybody of admixture. And see, this is the Gish Gallop and the conjecture that these people come on here being intellectually dishonest, HOK family, that they don't want you to do. But I'm here for you, Chris Harris. You can't run from me, bro. I know you. I know the games you play.
Oh, shit.
Now, he clearly saw.
Is this a call out, brother? Is this a call out
right now? He clearly read in that text where it says they descended from Egyptian Jews and completely ignored that to lie to the people. You shouldn't even let him back on his side.
All right. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yo, this is Sulan Rock from Memphis, Tennessee.
All right. What's on your mind, brother?
Peace, family.
Hey, Sarnetta, you mind if I ask you a question?
No questions for me, brother.
Okay. Okay, no questions for you.
Yeah,
okay.
You
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask these brothers this.
Go ahead.
Both of y'all are Hebrews, right?
No, they both not Hebrews.
Yes, he is a Hebrew.
No, RaBorn, he talking about, I think,
RaBorn
the debaters.
Is a Hebrew. Every time I see RaBorn with that Allah and that 7, that's a Hebrew.
Oh, shit.
He's a nigga.
I'm just saying, like,
Hebrew brother.
So RaBorn, are you a Hebrew?
No.
He's a nigga brew.
Okay, do you do either one of you subscribe to the Bible?
Fam, did you watch the debate?
No, because the question really was for the question really was. Now listen. It really was for Sarnetta, but I can't ask him. But I'm trying to ask y'all the question.
You can ask me the question. Go ahead, brother. Because I don't want.
Okay, Sarnetta.
Yes.
All right, real quick. Okay, Sarnetta, I watch you faithfully. I used to be a Christian. I've converted over to King because of the HOK. I'm a baby in this. I'm still learning. Okay, it was one debate that you had. You had Apostle and Black Jesus on a debate. I think it might have been a conversation. But somebody brought up the fact that they were like using like profanity and like going real hard with their language. And they was like, this is a time of war. We don't get no time for being soft, and we can curse. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that can happen to us because we are using foul language. But I came across a scripture in Ephesians 5, chapter 3, that they might need to hear, because if they don't follow this scripture, they want to inherit the kingdom of Christ and of God. And that scripture says, but among you, there must not be even Ephesians chapter 5, verse 3. And they go all the way verse 5.
Go ahead.
But among you, I'm reading out the New King James Version, but among you, there must not be even a hint of sexual immorality or any kind of impurity or of greed, because these are improper for God's holy people. Nor should there be obscenity, foolish talk, or coarse joking, which are out of place, but rather thanksgiving. For this you can be sure, no immoral, impure, greedy person, such a person is an idolater, has an inheritance of the kingdom of Christ and of God.
Okay.
So my point is this. The language that they use, this scripture right here alone is really condemning them, saying that they won't inherit the kingdom of Christ. I don't subscribe to the Bible at all, but I know that they do. So, and I heard Apostle one time say, he can say whatever he want to say. He can say all this foolish stuff. But I'm just letting him know, foolish talking and offending.
I mean, son, let me say something to that. Not no long drawn out answer, but my father used to say, and he still does say, sometimes we could be so heavily minded that we'll know earthly good. And so a lot of times when we read these scriptures, and they should be held to a degree, but it also tells us that laughter does the heart like a medicine. It's good to laugh. It's not good to mock people and joke about people in that manner, but it's good to laugh. There's nothing wrong with telling a joke as long as it's not harmful or is meant to degrade or tear down. So a lot of times, we can be so earthly mind, so heavy.
Awesome.
Yes, go ahead. Finish up, Yarah. My bad.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. But I appreciate the brother.
Okay. Okay.
But I do want to say this though, Chris Harris, don't play with me, bro.
All right. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, good night, Let's everyone. What's up, peace? My name is Philip, calling from Brooklyn, New York. I don't have a question for the panel, but I want to know, Senator, can I raise funds on your show? I really want to do like a matching fund, maybe for a certain amount. For every dollar that somebody contributes, I will match it until a certain amount.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'll put up $300. If you can raise $300 from people on the show, I will match it dollar for dollar up to $300. If you can raise $300.
All right. Did y'all hear that? If whoever raised some money, he'll match it up, y'all. He'll match it. So that's what's up. I appreciate that.
Okay.
All right. Did y'all hear that? Whoever raised some money. All right. Thank you, my brother. We're going to move forward. Yes. All right, let's get these callers. RaBorn, you got anything else you would like to say?
Yeah. I'm about to
Awesome.
You about to check out?
No, I'm about to share something real quick. Go ahead.
All right, hold on. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace, is King Jay, calling out Illinois.
All right, Jay. Go ahead and share it, brother Ra. What's your question, brother?
I'll wait for him to
You can start sharing it though. What's your question, brother?
My question is for the brother Yarah.
Yes.
Am I saying that right?
Yarah.
Yes,
Yarah.
Okay. Yarah. Peace. So my question is basically into something I heard you say earlier in regards to Esau. You made a statement saying that you are what your mother and father is. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Abraham and Rachel, their ethnicity was both of them were saying were black.
You said Abraham and Rachel?
Is that the father Esau and Jacob?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Another question. The word Laban. Do you know what that word means in Hebrew? Laban, Laban, in the relationship with Rachel.
It means white. Is that what you're talking about?
It means white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my question would be
relationship that it's used for the term white though, because that's important.
So my question was, that was the case, why are they calling Laban white? The name for Laban be white. And then their relatives, you say Rachel is black, Abraham is black, but they had a white son.
Well, let me put it to you like this. What we see, right, scientifically, what we know from that time period, from that age and from that time, what you had was, and I want you to go study it. I honestly do.
I have.
They have what we call, the Bible calls it leprosy, right? But we call
I understand,
it,
King.
Hold on. The Bible calls it leprosy, but we call it albinism. Okay.
So can I cut your wisdom before you go deep into it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So ethnicity-wise, an albino child would still be a Negro.
Yes, absolutely.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the ethnicity of Esau didn't change because even though if he was albino, he still would be black, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. So how is he the progenitor of the white race as a black man?
I don't teach that.
Okay.
I agree with you.
But there is some. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with
Big
you.
facts. Big facts.
He's
Just
not
getting some
white race, and I appreciate you bringing that out because this is what I was getting to with Sarnetta, is because when I said it comes in all ethnicities, what we have to understand, the teaching of Esau, as some said, well, he's the white man, is only talking about. That's why Psalms 83 is such a powerful scripture to understand when it comes to Esau, because when it goes through, this person was in the tents of Esau, and this person was in this person's tents. If you go through those lists of tribes and people, those are a whole different group. Those people look completely different from each other, right? If you're talking about phenotype, right?
Exactly.
So this is why I'm saying I don't teach that all white men are Esau, right? But I teach that Esau is a spirit that is confederate against Israel to destroy them. Because what did that confederacy do in Psalms 83? Wipe us out so that our name would be no more. And you see that throughout history, throughout time. This is why Deuteronomy 28 is important, because it's not a one-time thing. This is something that continues to happen throughout history. We see this recorded in slavery. The ancient Egyptians, especially during the time of the Exodus, when the children of Israel left, they have a thing in what the Greeks termed it Adamo damnatia. In other words, they would erase the names of people from the historical record if they lost.
Because I'm building. I'm listening to you, Chief. I'm building on what you're saying in regards to that, because Moses was a leper at one point, correct? So would Moses have that same spirit that you're claiming Esau had?
Exactly. This is what happens, right? Moses, and I brought this out to Sarnetta too. The eating of the swine, we know this in historical records, the eating of the swine, the reason why it was taught not to eat it, because we have historical records from Josephus and Tacitus. They taught in Herodotus. They talk about the Israelites that were eating the swine, right? And because of the swine that they were eating, leprosy broke out among them, right? And so they were expelled from ancient Kemet, right? In some terms, they were expelled from ancient Kemet as lepers.
Pardon for 1 second, Yarah. Sarnetta.
Yeah.
Can you unblock Melvin Jefferson? You said that he can't. He said he can't get in the chat. Melvin Jefferson.
Yeah, Melvin.
Who is that though?
He's a good
Team
guy.
Osiris.
Yeah, he's Team Osiris. He's a
Melvin probably been disrespectful or something.
Not Melvin. Anybody but Melvin.
Melvin is quiet.
Tell him he got to send me his email. I got to see who he is.
Bro.
Okay.
And he's not an Israelite, and I vouch for the brother. Peace to you, brother Melvin.
Yeah, I can't get him unless I get his email. I need to know. I need to know his channel. He needs to send me his link to his channel.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Send it to RaBorn. RaBorn, you know his channel?
Not his channel.
Yeah, you need to send me his channel.
Melvin Jefferson. I think it's just his whole name, Melvin Jefferson.
Yeah, you send me his channel. We could get in there. But anyway, I'm glad RaBorn broke that up because we got to get out of here, man. I got to go right now. And RaBorn, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get your last slide going there. Hey, Melvin, my email. I'm gonna throw my email in the chat and send me a link to your channel. All right, brother.
All right.
A wealth of information, man. On
you could let me know when you're ready to share the screen, Shaw.
Okay, my email is in the chat for your brother. All you got to do is let me know. Hit me with an email. Hit me, and then I'll bring it in.
So is he sharing? Is he sharing more?
Your screen is sharing, RaBorn.
Right. So so we got the source up. So this is interesting. I wanted to keep the conversation here in America. We're going all over the place. It appears to us that the slave ship is a amnesia ship. They all know that they Hebrew Israelites there, but we got 12.5 million people who leave from there and go around, and you got to put your bifocals on to find these people. I didn't want to talk about this right now. I didn't want to have to open my book. I'm like, yo, that's why I was just like, yo, for real. So let's blow this up real quick here. So let me see, presentation 25. Is it showing?
Before he shared this, am I going to get to respond to this?
You can do whatever you want. This is from the Encyclopedia of African Religion. Y'all already know how I do with this book here. So here we go.
Who wrote that book?
We got the what happened?
Who wrote that book, RaBorn?
Malente Cape. Oh, I can keep getting the brother wrong, but it's like 100 scholars in here. They all black people. You see it right here. If you want the copy, I'll give it to you. You have.
I see it. I see it. No problem.
All right. It says traditionally the Wolof language and people are considered to have derived from Mali after the fall of ancient Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the people originated in that area? Those are the Saniki people. We don't got to go through the Ouagadougou cycle and all of that. Yes, it says they come from the Orient, which is the word the Arabics use, which means east. Doesn't say Israel. Any event, they were considered a wide socially organized group referred to as the Dralof Empire. So if we listen to Yarah, the Dralof Empire is a nigger brew empire. We've historically dwelled in the northwestern Senegal in the 14th century. A strong linguistic case has been made to show that the West African Wolof people derived from ancient Kemet. Why doesn't it say there's a strong connection with the Hebrew language?
They just said they came from Egyptian Jews.
No, it doesn't say that here.
I just read that they came from Egyptian Jews.
Whatever you want to say. I'm reading this.
That's Kemet.
Yo, brother, whatever.
You agree with me.
Brother. This is way after that.
No, it's not, bro.
Brother, Ghana doesn't go to the 4th century BCE.
Bro, they said they were in Mali.
Brother, listen to me.
Let him finish. One mic, yeah.
Listen, man. You're talking about Elephantine Jews in the 4th century BC. We're in the AD period.
I know.
Okay, in any event, the kingship
lineage.
Whatever, bro. The kingship between Wolof and the kinship between Wolof and Meta Egyptian language is critical in pointing out Wolof's language heritage that is not solely restricted to the 13th and 14th century black appearance. Languages are never isolated system. More than 3 million people speak the Wolof language, and they primarily dwell in Senegal and in Ghana regions. Let's go up here a little more. The language is considered one of Africa's most bonding languages. Wolof is a national language. The Wolof people are family orientated. They are intelligent, and many work as peanut and cotton farmers and merchant traders. The Wolof people predominantly practice Islam, which was brought to Senegal from Mauritania as early as the 11th century. But they are not adverse to the use of Wolof ritualists referred to as the Jabakat, for example, who makes use of various religious devices to protect a person specifically against evil spirits. Under Islam, there is the use of brotherhoods led by caliphs who have instituted a strong system of discipline and discipleship. Anyway, when you read about those Wolofs, this is where this decree comes out as far as no Muslims here. He brought this book up, Black Jews in Africa and the Americas. Let's scroll over. What does it say here? In 1601, the Portuguese crown gave orders permitting Jewish merchants based mainly on Cape Verde Islands along the Senegambian and Upper Guinea coast. Soon Jews were working as trade factors along the coast and even the interior among the Wolof and other African communities. These Jews don't seem to be lost. Let's see what they're doing there. They traded for slaves. What did they do? They traded for slaves, wax, gun, ivory, gold. In Senegambia, a number of conversos, forced Jews converts to Christianity, took advantage of the distance from Portugal to return publicly. Those ain't black people. From the beginning of the 17th century, the Jews, some of mixed Portuguese African descent, some with African wives and servants, were openly engaged in the illegal import of swords. The descendants of these Jews and other Portuguese immigrants of Cape Verde Islands and West Africans. So if you want to talk about those people who be or the Lencados, who are the people who left from exiled and had to sell their property, they was over here making money. And they were selling African slaves. I don't even need to read no more. I didn't even want to talk about this because it's weird. It's just weird. I just didn't want to leave it unchecked.
No, but what's weird though, bro, is that you still hasn't shown that these people don't have an oral tradition. That they say they came from Egyptian Jews.
And no, it doesn't. Sorry, try again.
It does. It's bro. They say they came from Egyptian Jews. Do I gotta show you the source again,
bro? But listen, when you
stop, bro. Do they say they come from Egyptian Jews?
I feel what you're saying, brother.
No, you don't, because you're not answering the question.
No,
do they not come from Egyptian Jews?
Yo, brother,
why are you dismissing African oral tradition?
Brother, listen to me. When
you guys hate Africa.
Yo, brother, listen. You hate Africa.
Bro.
You nigga brewism in Africa.
Nigga, you a nigga brew, you 7-point nigga. You a nigga brew. What the hell?
Yo, Yarah, seriously. We're gonna close this one out, but seriously, brother, serious. Get the original Wolof oral tradition. Not that. When you get that
is the original oral tradition, bro. They have several.
Brother, listen. Several. I get it. That's fine.
Right. So which one? So which one do you say is true and correct?
Whatever one
you choose.
Whatever one with that you got.
No, the one that you choose, is that the one you say exposed above the other?
No, that's
so
not.
So when they say we Egyptian Jews that went to Mali, and that's where we were in Mali, how do you discount what they're saying?
Brother, I'm just gonna tell you this one more time, brother.
You can't do it, brother.
All right, brother. When you get
simply saying no, it isn't. It's not.
Brother, listen. Like the people of Ghana, right? And Ouagadougou, they got the Ouagadougou cycle. That's their oral tradition. They talk about that. Hold on, man, brother. Listen.
What's the Ouagadougou cycle?
What is the? It's their oral tradition.
No, what does that mean?
Oh my God, brother.
What is the Ouagadougou cycle?
Brother, the Ouagadougou cycle is the African people telling you their origins, where they came from. What is the name?
They claim? Hold on. The Ouagadougou cycle, isn't it not based on a lunar calendar?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. So all I'm asking you to do, brother, if you ever want to have this, listen, brother. All I'm saying is that if you do this, bring the Wolof tradition, the name of their creation story, and what they say.
They have several creation
It doesn't matter, brother.
It does matter.
No,
they have several creation stories. Brother, you trying to tell us which one you choose?
I don't think is right. No.
Because it fits your narrative, doesn't work, brother.
Brother, I don't mind looking at them all.
Let's look at them all. That's all,
brother. You keep putting words in my mouth.
No. That's all. I'm
Listen,
with you.
all we asking you to do is that when you bring that argument, don't bring an article. Bring the Wolof oral tradition.
I bought their tradition. Their tradition is what they tell you.
What's the name?
That's all you're bringing is someone else's. All you're bringing is someone else's observation,
brother.
That's all I read to you,
and that's what you're doing.
Exactly. So why are you telling me to bring something different other than what you're doing?
No. I'm
yeah.
No.
So what I'm telling you, RaBorn,
no, brother.
First of all, stop the confirmation bias,
brother. Listen, all I did was bring up what the scholars say about the Wolof people, their language, and it ain't connected. Connected to nigger brews.
That's exactly what I said, and you're wrong. They're claiming if they say they're descended from Egyptian Jews, why you keep denying their oral tradition?
Can you produce the original oral tradition? What is the name of it?
Can you produce an original oral tradition of the Wolof? You don't have nothing written from them.
Yeah, I can.
You don't have nothing written from them. You're a liar.
Okay.
You have nothing written from them. You're a liar.
Okay, I'm lying. So the oral traditions from Wolof.
You have nothing written on oral. You have nothing. You have no original transcript or inscription from the Wolof detailing their oral tradition.
Bro, the oral tradition is later written down, bro. Like,
okay, then. Bro. So if I'm telling you their oral tradition is this, and then they say that this is who we are, how are you discounting it, RaBorn? This is what I'm talking about.
Listen.
Intellectual
right, man, you
guys keep pushing over here, bro.
You just want to argue.
You can't do it. All you want to do, bro, is simply saying, no, it isn't. Bro. That's not a rebuttal, RaBorn. You got to come better than that.
All right.
That's not a rebuttal, fam.
All right, brother. All I did was show you the Jews who came from.
I did that to you already.
Yo, brother, listen. I showed you the Jews who came from Europe, who were free, who were selling Africans and marrying into the African people.
I don't deny
that's
that happened.
That's how the
I
nigga
don't have a problem with that.
I'm done, bro.
But that's what I'm telling you. When the Wolof tell you that they came from Egyptian Jews, how are you dismissing that?
No, that's whatever that shit you got on that.
And that's whatever that shit you got up on the screen.
I know. Yeah, the black people who wrote this.
And the black people wrote that. They said it out their mouths.
Okay, brother.
How are you dismissing their account of their own history?
Right, bro, man.
This is what I brought out to Sanetta earlier. Bro, when y'all have to look at the same evidence y'all want to bring to people.
You got it, bro. Whatever you say, bro.
That's not how this works, bro.
Whatever you say, bro, you got it.
But you did good, bro. I appreciate you.
No, you did horrible. I don't need to do good.
You did good, man. You did good.
All right. Time.
No, Sanetta, don't forget to put the polls up.
I already did that. I already did all of that. That's done already.
I hope you don't say the polls are rigged.
That's like me going to that's just like me going to Baghdad and say, is Christianity better than Islam? What the hell you think they gonna say?
yo,
put the polls up.
Get your weight up, bro. Get your weight
up. Hey, come to my channel and put the poll up and see what happens.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna just say this, y'all. I know y'all gonna do what y'all want to do,
peace to you, man.
But you know, RaBorn been a feature on this channel for years, and y'all just getting to meet this brother, Elder Yarah, good brother, strong Hebrew Israelite, good information. Try to if y'all do the polls, at least try to not be biased.
It don't bother me, man.
Try to not be biased, y'all. I mean, try to be fair.
I'm just joking. It don't bother me, man.
Right.
Let the people express themselves. Let the people express themselves. That's
try to be fair in y'all voting because the brother brings good information, and I like the brother as well.
Nigga brew. Until you take that 7-point hat off and quit wearing Allah across your chest, you another Hebrew.
Oh, yo, RaBorn, I was looking for them 7 hats. Where they at, man? Where you get them at?
You got to go downtown, bro. You got to go to the hat store that's on 42nd Street.
What they run, like 50, 60?
Yeah, they're 60. So you could go right there on 138th and Broadway.
138th and Broadway. And they got like red, black, all that?
Yeah, they only got I got some. I keep buying them. I mean, so I got the camouflage, the black, the red. I keep getting more of them, you know. Got to rep that 7, baby. So let me tell you.
You already know. That's right.
7.
I was like, man, where can I find them at, man?
Brother. I'm coming for that 7 next, brick by brick.
Yeah, the 7 points on the 7 is too heavy for you, bro.
Oh,
man, come on, bro. They could bet.
Hey, Yarah, you calling Chris out? Chris might be knocking on your door, bro.
Hey, look, Chris can't.
He might be knocking on your door soon.
I just knocked Chris back. Now he read. See, I already know his game. He just read where those people said they were Elephantine. They were Egyptian Jews.
I never read that.
No, I'm talking about Chris Harris.
Yeah, but yo, brother, why are you so thirsty to get beat up in debates, though? Can you answer that?
What you mean thirsty to get beat up in debates? You think you actually did something in this debate, Rob? That's unfortunate.
Yeah, okay.
That's unfortunate. What you said was his doctrine.
Hey, hold up, time out. Yarah, every time this brother call in, y'all go crazy. Let him speak, Yarah. Chris, what's up, brother?
What's going on? Hey, real quick. So, just skimming through that, by the way, RaBorn, way to use that book on where it told you that them Jews came in with them Wolof people. Like I've been telling people, that's how them oral traditions develop. Now, why would the Jews or Israelites that say they Egyptian Jews sit up there and say in this same article that you use, if you wouldn't let me talk, it say right here, we are all practicing Muslims and we don't want to become Jewish.
Whoa.
Oh, that's an easy cut. That's an easy cut.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, right. You speak.
I brought out in my conversation with Dr. Reggie that when Askia Muhammad went in 1492, that's exactly what he told them with those Jews that he found in Mali, the positioning where they claimed that they were, that these Wolof Jews were. He went right in there and said, listen, stop practicing Judaism or I'm going to kill you. Stop doing it. And so because of that, I also show in that same presentation, I also showed that against Dr. Reggie in the presentation, where we still have people who are descendants of those same Muslims who say that their origins are Jews today, and they've kept the libraries from Timbuktu, partial books from the libraries of Timbuktu. That's directly from them. They're telling you who they are. Simply because you disagree doesn't make you right. And saying, no, it isn't, it's not a rebuttal. So again, these people are telling you guys who they are. You constantly want to tell them that they're ignorant and these Africans don't know what they're talking about, but they're telling you who they are. They're telling you who they are. But you rather take the word of a white man writing instead of listening to these people over there, these black Jews who say we're practicing Muslims, that we're not who we say we are. That's what I found.
Let me say one thing before you go, Chris. Hey, Sarnetta, I got Chris. Can you hear me, bro?
Hold on, Black Jesus. Let him finish.
Let me read this.
Hold on, y'all.
I got Chris. I got Chris Harris as the new young phenom. He gonna smack all of y'all. He's taking up the mantle. None of y'all.
Who's the first phenom?
Bob, Chris,
polite.
None of y'all.
Polite.
None of y'all will.
I know it ain't that nigga Brew talking.
Let me read this.
All right, Rod, let him go. Let Chris go.
Let me read this real quick. Let me read it. Now, it says, this is what the article says, and it backs up what I said. And this is what it says. We are all practicing Muslims, and we don't want to become Jewish, Sababia says. Quote, in fact, we don't like to talk much about our Jewish background, but we don't hide it up either. We know our people came from Egypt to Somalia and from there to Nigeria. This is the African quoting this, where they split about 1,000 years ago. One branch of the two families went to Mali, the other one went to Guinea, and we settled here. The truth, here comes now, let's finish it up. It says, now watch this, end quote. Now watch what it says. The truth of such claims is difficult to establish, but West Africa has had a documented Jewish presence since the 14th century when several Jewish merchants set up shop in Timbuktu. We can trace that history to the Spanish-speaking Jews. In Western Mali, Jews kept trickling in, watch this letter, from Spain and Portugal during the Inquisition of the 15th and 16th centuries. Yarah, you just cut yourself.
You cut yourself. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. In the same article he's reading, this is what I mean about Chris Harris. He's never going to read the entire document in its entirety. They say they're Egyptian Jews, Chris. Why do they claim to be Egyptian Jews, Chris?
Because
answer the question.
They say I'm going to answer it. Can I answer it?
Yeah.
They claim to be Egyptian Jews. Okay, because the Wolof people say that they're from Egypt, but their ancestors mixed with these Spanish Jews, hence the term Egyptian Jews.
Wait a minute. That's not what they said. What they said was that their ancestors in the same article has been there for 1,000 years.
No, it said they were there in Egypt.
It says that they've been in that land 1,000 years when their ancestors planted the sacred tree. What's wrong with your reading comprehension, Chris Harris? This is what I mean.
Let's read the rest of it. Hold on, watch this. I'm gonna read the rest of it. Watch this.
Come on, son. This is a goddamn shame, son.
Let me read this real quick. I'm gonna read this.
Harris, he's a liar.
You don't want me to read this. So it says right here in this same article.
The debate is with Sarnetta.
These people say that
Hey, look, if they yelling, they come and yelling down.
The debate is over with, Sarnetta.
So, let's read this for a minute here.
Ancestors were there for 1,000 years.
Sarnetta, you are being real biased right now, bro. You need to shut the question already.
Jesus, please be quiet.
Read something here.
Please be quiet,
Shut Chris up again. Does it say that their ancestors have been there for 1,000 years?
No, you're reading that wrong, and that has nothing to do with
Let me read it. You can shut Chris up, bro. I ain't gonna be this damn long.
Yo, Black Jesus, relax. I'm gonna come to you next. Stop, man.
Oh, bro, but the debate is over.
I don't want the truth to come up. All right, now the article. Okay, this article states this again. Now this is what the article.
We can read it together.
All right, so
this screen is not up. No, I gotta end this, man. I got something to do. I got something to do, y'all. What y'all gotta do is y'all go ahead and agree to come on in the ring, and we can see what y'all want to do.
Yeah, Sarnetta, you can do that. I'll beat him down on that. You get.
I'll bust his head to the white.
You get caught him out, Sarnetta.
All right, so yo, peace, Chris. Peace, Chris. We out. Black Jesus, what's up, man? You ready to go crazy, Black Jesus?
Shame on you, Sarnetta, for bringing Chris in here to help RaBorn with his sorry ass. You lost this debate, man.
Well, I just brought you in here to help Yarah. So what are you talking about?
All right, but brother, you know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing today, bro. Okay, you ain't gonna gang up on my man and bring Chris on here 2 times. They didn't talk 15 minutes and to debate against Yarah. And to sway the mind.
That's not what I was doing, brother. That's not what I was doing. I was just.
That's what you did, bro. You did do that, bro.
Well, goddamn it, this is my shit. The fuck is wrong with you? Stop acting like you on your platform. This is Sarnetta Studios. I'm not being biased, man. Brother, you're the most biased dude in here, Black Jesus. You need to cut it out.
Now let me
anyway, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Now, do you remember one of the last conversations, Sarnetta? When we was trying to set up the debate with RaBorn, me, you, and Yarah and RaBorn was on the phone.
Right.
Do you remember when we had one of those last conversations and we were saying that RaBorn, no, we don't want to go with that title that you're coming with because we want to go with this title because you're saying that there were no Israelites who came over here to the Americas. And then we started talking about the Luango Jews who were expelled out of Spain during the Spanish
right,
expulsion.
Brother, what's your point, brother?
I'm getting there, brother. Don't rush me. You didn't rush Chris. You didn't rush Chris off of here. Now look here, bro. And we was all on the phone together, and we started talking about the Luango Jews who were expelled from Spain. And we said, RaBorn. Now look, bro. You keep saying that there were no Jews from Africa who came over here. Now, brother, you just agreed that there were Luango Jews who expelled out of Spain, went into Africa. Do you really believe that there were no Jews who came over here? What did RaBorn say, Sarnetta? He said, yeah, there was, I believe it might have been some who came over here. You lost the debate, bro. Okay? Now, am I telling the truth, Sarnetta?
I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
You got to release me, don't you, Sarnetta?
Black Jesus minister.
Jesus, you're a nut, man.
Black Jesus
no, ain't no goddamn nut. I tell the truth, brother. Am I right about that?
You're a fucking nut, nigga. You're a fucking nut.
Yo, hold on for a minute.
Am I right about that? Yeah.
Hold on for a minute, Sarnetta. The same thing that I just read.
That's right.
The same thing that I told you. That you asked that question, and I say, yeah, they were converts or they got introduced to such. That's the same thing that you see on this screen is the same thing I said to you on the phone, bro. You guys are looking. Hold on.
You said converts in America, bro.
Wrong then.
Yo, listen, time out, brother. Whatever you want to, you guys come looking for me. I don't come looking for you. I teach
and we got you, and you did. You know.
Yeah, whatever you say. Go read the polls. The poll said it's over.
I mean, we don't give a damn about no biased ass HOK poll, nigga.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yo, Sarnetta, I don't
all right, peace, brother. Peace.
I don't want to talk.
Hey, Black Jesus, we out of here. Hey, Elder Yarah, thank you for coming through, brother. Hey, good debate, strong debate.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, my brother. Good. You did good, brother.
You did good. You did the best you can do. Nigga brews up.
Hey, we all nigga brews in it together, RaBorn. Matter of fact, you the head nigga brew from now on.
All right, peace, y'all. We out.
Family.
Peace.